finally means coming to an end.
Vocabulary refers to knowing the meaning of words and is critical to successful reading comprehension. Building vocabulary involves teaching your learner how to figure out the meaning of words while reading. It also requires selecting and studying the meanings of individual words and parts of words. It's important to relate these vocabulary words to learners' current and prior experiences to help cement them in their word bank.
Magazines are also capitalized.
Okay.
When you preview a text, select words to pre-teach that your learner might not know and that are important for understanding the text. Some good words to pre-teach fall in the category of difficult words. Proper nouns can be difficult vocabulary words because they might refer to context that falls outside a learner's realm of experience or familiarity. Selecting and practicing proper nouns can be a powerful way to improve a learner's vocabulary and reading comprehension.
Remember, Rejoice, last week when we talked about learning about different parts of language, like verbs and adjectives and nouns?
Yes.
Okay, and you said that you wanted to learn more about the difference between proper nouns and common nouns?
Yes.
So do you remember what the difference is between a common noun and a proper noun?
A proper noun is a person, place, or thing, and it's usually with capital letters.
Capitalized, even if it's not the first word in a sentence.
Yes.
And then a common noun is a thing.
Like my glasses, a book.
Perfect.
Like
Yeah, things that aren't capitalized unless they are the first word in a sentence. So proper nouns are specific. They're one-of-a-kind things, like Alaska.
Okay.
There's only one Alaska,
Okay.
and so it's always capitalized. There's
Okay.
only one George Washington,
Okay.
right? So his name is capitalized.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then common nouns, like you said, are kind of generic things, everyday things that aren't capitalized.
Okay.
Proper nouns, some of the other things they include are like the days of the week, the months of the year, the names of towns or cities or counties or states or countries.
Okay.
And then your name, Rejoice, my
Okay.
name, and then also brand names like Coca-Cola and Oreo. I'm going to give you an example for each of those that I just said. I'll give you an example. So days of the week, Wednesday would be capitalized.
Okay.
Months of the year, December is
Okay.
always capitalized. Towns, San Jose, you know that one. Streets, El
Bascom.
Camino, yeah, Bascom Avenue, El Camino Real.
Okay.
States, can you give me some examples?
Texas, California,
Countries,
Oh.
United States,
United States, yeah.
Jamaica.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Brands, we just
Okay.
talked about
Yeah,
some products.
Campbell soup.
Yeah, perfect, perfect, yeah. And then names, like
And
your friend
my name.
April or Kathy or Susie. Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes the strategies you need to use to figure out when something is a proper noun is to look for whether it's capitalized or not and think about whether it's one of those things.
Okay.
Especially when you're writing, you don't always know when to capitalize. But if you remember that these things are capitalized, that'll help you when you're writing.
Okay.
That sometimes reading proper nouns is hard is because a lot of times they could be two words or they could be many syllables. Like sometimes they are, like Massachusetts. It's a hard word to read. They're unfamiliar sometimes. Like if you haven't been to these places and you're seeing the word but you don't have anything to connect it to, it's just a word that you're not familiar with.
Okay.
Sometimes they're unusual spellings, like Massachusetts or Wednesday. Sometimes they're from another culture or language, like
okay.
Names of towns in Mexico. Those are hard to pronounce and figure out. So some of the strategies that you can use, and strategies are like tools that you can have in your back pocket and pull out when you need them, is that you can scan something that you're reading and look for things that are capitalized. And then you'll know, oh, maybe that's a name of a person, a place or a person. You can see if they're familiar as a word that you already know, like San Francisco. You might recognize that because you've seen it all your life because you live here. You can use your strategies for sounding them out with phonics, like breaking down your syllables and knowing if it's a long or a short vowel. And then you can also try to figure out what the word might be based on the rest of what you're reading. So the context can sometimes give you a clue.
Okay.
Okay? And then you can also always look something up in a dictionary, and then you can also ask for help. Like if you're in a tutoring session, or if you're at home and your sister's there or your daughter's there, you can ask for help sounding out something that's really complicated. So the same strategies would apply when you're reading alone as when you're working with me. So you have those tools. Once we practice them, then you have those to use by yourself, right?
Yes.
Developing background knowledge and a strong vocabulary is key to reading well. For this reason, it's important to explicitly and regularly focus on vocabulary development with your learner. You've seen a tutor do quite a bit of talking when explaining a new strategy. During most lessons, you and your learner would be equally talkative.